indeed there is turmoil in the locker room, and this is the type of loss. Third straight backup quarterback, former teammate, player on your team, that could lead them into a malaise, if you will. So, but I think they'll get it right. I think they'll win this game against Minnesota.
They are still S-Bob, correct?
Yeah, because they're coming. Right, absolutely, they got
like,
the talent.
Definitionally, they're coming.
Absolutely,
super talented. The defending Super Bowl champs. If they are S-Bob, this is not a fun Tuesday segment must-win. This is a literal must-win. If the Minnesota Vikings beat the Philadelphia Eagles with their backup quarterback, with Philly having extra rest coming off a Thursday, uber motivated with 2 straight losses, then the Eagles are not a Super Bowl team. And the last 15 years, there have been teams that have lost 3 straight and made the Super Bowl. We can show you who those teams are. They all kind of have their own story. For the Niners, that was Brock Purdy, the bad stretch he had.
Yes,
Remember? Baltimore, I think Cleveland was one of the games. The 21 Rams first year with Stafford. And then 2 surprising, I think it's fair to call them Super Bowl teams. The 2012 Ravens with Flacco and the 2011 Giants and with Eli the second time around. So it's not that it's not possible to lose 3 straight and make the Super Bowl, but I feel like this team is already such an emotionally teetering team that losing to a team that you know you're better than, that is not even their best version of themselves, would put them down a path that is not going to end up with them back in the Super Bowl. I also believe, KW, their way to win this game is through the right arm of Jalen Hurts. I think if something is going to stop the emotional bleeding and the on-the-field bleeding for the Eagles, nothing will stop it quicker or better than a win that Jalen Hurts plays great in. Because I don't think you are getting 2024 Saquon this year. I think that is just off the board. Like, yes, I'm not saying he won't have. That is off the board. Well, even, of course, 2,000 yards, but I'm saying him being the player he was last year for the remainder of this season, just the rest of the year.
Like, he doesn't crack 60 yards now.
Right. I mean, he's cracked it once all year. And so I think it's going to, because not only would that give them a vibes lift, I also think that being Jalen having a great game would give us a better chance of getting a better version of Saquon than that. Because even though Saquon hasn't been great, teams are still defending the Eagles like he is the thing we have to take away. And if Jalen can beat them, and they have the weapons, and they have the offensive line, the onus is on him in this spot. And I am not saying he can't do it.
Didn't they come out throwing last week, or their last loss?
Well, last week was the last loss, the Giants game. Well, the Giants game was
weird.
First
half, if I remember.
Because Saquon had those 2 early big runs, and then...
And he had a touchdown
touchdown receiving.
Yeah, I think Jalen threw for almost 300 last week.
He threw for
So
in the Broncos game, he threw a lot, and they lost. I'm saying he threw a lot, and they win.
At this point, they just need to win.
Oh, I agree with that. My point is, I think that's their path for this week.
That he needs to throw the ball.
That he needs that they need to have a dynamic. They have excellent receivers, a very good offensive line. I think their path in this game, it's going to be a controlled climate environment for Jalen to go out and cook.
Short week. There's the Flores' defense 6th in yards, 3rd in passing yards. They're only averaging 158, giving up 158.
Right.
Here's the issue.
And they're off a bye.
Yeah, the Eagles are off a bye.
The Vikings are off a bye, aren't they?
No, the Vikings just played.
The Eagles played Thursday night.
The Eagles have extra rest. The Vikings have a short week.
Okay.
The great quarterbacks in the league, I don't look at the passing defense of their opponents. I'm never like, ooh, Mahomes going to have a tough time. Oh, Josh Allen's going to have a tough time. Oh, Drake May's going to have a tough time. I just think, you know what? The pressure is on the defense. The pressure is not on the quarterback. So I need to have that same philosophy towards Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
He needs to win the game.
Yeah.
He needs to win the game. He needs to stop the bleeding. He needs to be the leader.
That's the point.
It's going to drive me crazy. I'm the Jalen Hurts guy, but if they win 17-15 and he's got 112 yards, and you're like, you know what? Winning's the only thing that matters.
Unless Saquon cooks. If Saquon ran for 130.
Sure.
Yeah.
If
Right,
Saquon's
and a
Bijan
couple
Robinson,
touchdowns, yeah.
I'll take it.
But so that we're saying the same thing.
Yes, we're
which is
lockstep.
that it is actually disrespectful to Jalen Hurts.
Correct.
To not say, hey, we have the Super Bowl MVP and our receivers are healthy and our team is not in a spiral, but spiral adjacent. Yeah. You know, and we're playing a backup quarterback.
Should be like,
the weather's going to be fine because it's in a dome.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it. I got more rest. I got you guys.
That's what it
I got
should
two
be.
great. Everybody's healthy pretty
Yes.
much. His weapons are healthy.
Yeah.
All right. Hurts 2-0 against the Vikings in his career, so that's good. Raiders in Kansas City Sunday at 1. Fresh video of Rashee Rice back at practice as he prepares for his debut. Chiefs are favored by 11.5. Here's Patrick Mahomes on his rivalry with the Raiders.
When you step in the building during Raider week, I mean, it's I always said it doesn't matter if you're doing good, they're doing good, both doing bad. This game, it means more to everybody that's playing in the game, both sides of the football, and so you have to have that mentality. It's a true rivalry game. You don't have a lot of those in the NFL, and I'm blessed to be a part of it because it really does bring out the best in both teams.
Mahomes versus the Raiders, 12-2. Total yards, 315, 35 touchdowns. 6 interceptions, pass rate.
6 turnovers.
6 turnovers.
Because now we do. You made
but I do like.
You made the adjustment. Total touchdowns, so that includes I think 1 rushing and 1 fumble.
We do have a correction from the last.
Well,
Is it a correction or an apology to me? You shouted me down.
This is why it's brutal.
No, they're off a short week. I'm just saying. I mean,
the
Vikings were on.
The Vikings were on a bye. The Eagles played Thursday. Both teams should be super well rested going into this week.
They traveled back.
That's all traveling.
Apology accepted.
Nick, do you feel comfortable guaranteeing a double-digit Chiefs victory?
Before I answer the question,
yeah,
can I revel in the moment for a second?
It's the Raiders. And
can I revel?
No. If you're asking, the answer is no. Because you told me.
You don't even know why I want to revel in it.
Why does he want to revel?
Yeah, but all right, tell me why I can't.
The Raiders are going to be
because
awesome
you're like, the Chiefs are back. That's basically it. I don't know.
You're kind of right. We are just back to such familiar territory. It warms my heart.
Yes.
The internet is full of conspiracies, and the topic bars are, of course they'll win, but will it look good? And I just feel it's such a comfortable, warm place for
you're
me.
playing one of the worst teams in the league, so we're trying to.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they beat the Patriots.
Week 1 did
so I'm just telling you, they beat the Patriots. I mean, everybody knows.
Game 4.
So, and you showed, Mahomes against the Raiders, it really is stunning. And I know one of the wins came on Christmas, and one of the wins John Gruden had the team take.
Can you stop with this?
What?
This is not.
What do you mean?
Yes, as the leader of the show, Brew, from Chris and Company,
he doesn't
we
like
got to
this.
stop with this all games
before tackle to turn the tide. It has to be fair. I mean, I just he did all of this before the tackle that turned the tide. So imagine what he's going to look like first game against the Raiders post the tackle that turned the tide. So listen, I do actually expect a blowout. I am not going to be including the Chiefs minus 11.5 in Nick's picks because if I know anything about Geno, he's going to go down fighting, and 17 can become 10 at the end, and that's a terrible way to lose a bet. But I think Kansas City, Patrick was not lying when he said Rashee Rice is going to get a full workload here. And I think that we saw it's unique because Rashee got hurt last year, so we didn't see him last year, and then he was suspended. But he did play in the preseason. And the only reason I'm mentioning that is I saw enough in the preseason to know he looked like pre-injury Rashee Rice. Yes, there will be some rust, but Patrick and Rashee, he's not really a traditional wide receiver one as far as a deep threat. Yeah. So much of it is intermediate that the timing, it's not like it is with Worthy so much where you really have to be on precise timing. So I would be stunned if the Chiefs are not up at least 10 at halftime.
Oof.
And now, how the fourth quarter plays out if the game's in hand is something different. But I think Kansas City is going to annihilate a better than people think Raiders team.
Wow. Well, look, I know the Raiders have the amazing Ashton Genty, but I'm Nick. Well, Nick told us Genty was going to light the league on fire.
We are waiting for sort of his breakout moment.
Week 3, he was unbelievable.
Unbelievable?
Yeah, I think he had like 160 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had
very good.
But go ahead.
Didn't make the show.
It did make the show.
When?
It doesn't. KW.
I'm just saying. I want a Bijan Robinson type.
No, he didn't have a 240-yard game.
Well, that's
he had
the new bar.
160 yards.
He has been better of late. He's gotten his average up to 4.
Remember we did the whole thing about he went back to the Michael Myers stance?
Yeah, but we just did a still photo.
Go ahead.
I do think they're going to blow out. Look, Rashee, I just think we see the difference Xavier Worthy made. Just opening things up for Kelsey and all. And Juju all of a sudden was playing great and Hollywood. And now Rashee, I think more so than these other guys, he'll catch it underneath
and go somewhere
and take it. And so it's a lot to deal with for the defense. Beyond that, the Raiders' 4 losses have all been by an average of 16 points a game. 3 of them were blowouts, all right? Yep. And the Chiefs' 3 wins, 2 of them against Baltimore and Detroit, have all been by double digits. So the Chiefs have been.
Yeah, they haven't been close wins.
No,
they have 3
not
close
like
losses
everything
and 3 blowout wins.
But what they did last year. So yeah, I don't know if it'll be like a complete route. It might be 30-17 or something like that. But I do expect a double digit.
30-17 is what they did to Detroit.
Trap game on the board. Larry Fitzgerald.
I think the only thing to lead to that is just it's a divisional game, but I see no way. I see no. Their defense is actually pretty good.
I know. Larry Fitzgerald joins the show on Fox Sports Channel on SiriusXM and right here on FS1. We're on several platforms, to be honest with you.
During the Drive into Fall event, get 0% APR financing for up to 72